For the first time since it officially joined NATO, the Swedish flag has been raised in a ceremony at the alliance's headquarters in Brussels. Both Sweden and Finland, which have cast aside their neutrality, have been taking part in the largest NATO military exercise since the end of the Cold War. All this amid warnings of a renewed threat to Europe from Russia following its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Jonathan Beale reports from the Arctic Circle.
NATO says it's a bulwark for peace, but it's preparing for war. This is just part of its massive military exercise taking place right across Europe. And with newest members, Sweden and Finland, in no doubt as to why they've joined.
Being alone against Russia is like, why take that risk when you can join NATO?
I personally feel a lot safer because now we have allies to depend on.
In this scenario, they've come to defend northern Norway after it's been invaded. They're not calling the enemy Russia, but it is a near neighbour. The aim of this exercise is to demonstrate how NATO would come to the aid of an ally under attack. It is the very principle of the alliance. An attack on one is an attack on all. But just how likely is that? No one's saying the threat is imminent. Russia's preoccupied with its war in Ukraine. But it is Moscow's aggression that's sounding the alarm.
The important thing is, it's not if they will reinforce themselves, it's how long will it take.
You're sure Russia is a threat?
I'm sure that Russia is the threat, yes, and that we need to become even stronger as an allied country in the upcoming 5 and 10 years.
It's those living closest who are most aware of the threat. The country's now boosting defence spending, but also mentally preparing themselves for war. Both Finland and Norway share a border with Russia. And they've already strengthened their defences with a citizen army. Teachers, nurses and carpenters. They're also part-time soldiers. These are members of Norway's Home Guard. But it's no dad's army. Most are young and ready to fight.
You know, in World War II, this county was burned down, the whole county. So my grandparents, everyone, they had to flee. And yeah, so if that's my option, or just stay here and fight and do something I'm trained for, I'd rather stay here and fight, yeah.
I look at the newspaper more often now than I did before, just to see if there's something that's happened, or yeah, especially with Russia.
For these Nordic allies, it is now strength in numbers. But for Russia, it's the mother of all unintended consequences. More NATO on its border. Jonathan Beale, BBC News, the Arctic Circle.